Hi everybody! So today is my monthly series video of the movies that I saw in the previous month in the theater. The first movie that I saw in August is Shaun the Sheep. And this was the Aardman film that I reviewed on this channel. And it makes me really sad that this movie did so poorly. I didn't think it was as good as, say, Chicken Run or Wallace and Gromit films, but I really did like it. I thought it was way better than the Minions, and it's very similar. And here the Minions is going to break $1 billion, which makes me so depressed. And Shaun the Sheep just didn't have the advertising that the Minions had, that's for sure. And nobody knew about it. Nobody saw it. So that's too bad. It did really well in England, so Aardman will be okay on it, but it's a shame because it had a lot of potential. The next movie that I saw, I also reviewed on this channel, was Ricki and the Flash. And this it's not a perfect movie, but I thought it was enjoyable. I liked watching it. I thought that Meryl Streep was really good. I thought that Diablo Cody elevated the characters to better than the sitcom level that they might have otherwise been. I thought that it had some interesting things to say about work and women and how do you decide what to sacrifice for your family versus your career. I liked that. I thought that some of the musical numbers were a little bit too long, and it does get a little bit maudlin at times. But overall, I'd say worth a rental. I saw The Testament of Youth. I also reviewed that on this channel, and I loved it. I thought it was so moving, so beautiful, great performances. It's about World War I, which is a topic that isn't covered enough in anything. And I learned a lot. I was really moved, and I think it's from an interesting perspective, from her working as a nurse both in England and also on the front lines in France. It's definitely a hidden gem. It's beautifully filmed, and it's heartbreaking, but definitely worth seeing. As part of Fathom Events, I saw Grease, the sing-along edition, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it. Seen Grease in a long time, maybe since college. It'd been a long time because I hate the ending. It was a lot of fun to sing along with the movie with the other audience members. That I enjoyed very much, but it did make me realize that in Grease, pretty much the good songs, the songs that we love, are really, there's one at the beginning, and then there's two right at the end. And then the middle stuff isn't as good. And they all look ridiculously old. It's got to be the worst example of a high school cast that all look like they're 35 years old. And they're all kind of bullies. They're not very nice. I never really noticed that before. I saw I'll See You in My Dreams. And it's really been interesting because I've been debating, should I go see Fantastic Four? Everyone says it's so bad. And I'll get up to the theater and I'm like, I'm giving the mic, no, I can't do it. I just haven't been in the mood for a mediocre superhero movie. And so I keep picking other stuff. And nobody has been clamoring for my feelings on Fantastic Four, so I've been to see other stuff. And so I saw I'll See You in My Dreams. And this was a movie that kind of fell under the radar with Blythe Danner about, she plays a widow. It's just kind of about her life. It's one of those kind of lovely little films that doesn't have a ton of plot, but it's just about this woman's life and her friends and a man that she meets, played by Sam Elliott. And I thought that it was sweet and lovely and had some really nice little moments. It's not a movie that will get Oscar consideration or something like that, but I really liked it, and I liked that it was about characters that typically don't get their own movie these days. I liked that it was about an older woman that had a complex life and was interesting. So the next movie that I saw was The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and this was the Guy Ritchie film, and it kind of made me realize that I'm just not a big Guy Ritchie fan. I didn't like either of the Sherlock Holmes movies. I felt like he tried to turn Sherlock Holmes into a Victorian James Bond, into an action hero, and that's not Sherlock Holmes to me. And so I didn't like those movies at all. and especially I just don't like the way that he films action. The way that they're in Sherlock Holmes, the way there's all the like slow motion, you see the bullet coming out, and all those kind of shots and gimmicks irritate me. Well, in Man from U.N.C.L.E., I also got irritated in Guy Ritchie's style. I thought that he used way too much shaky cam, way too much quick cutting action, and then there were all these shots that were like these panning zooms. So it would be on like one person, then whoo, and it would be on the other person, and then the other, and that really, really, really got old and made me a little nauseated, to be honest. And it doesn't make the action exciting, and at least for me. And all of that said, I still did actually enjoy The Man from U.N.C.L.E. because I thought that Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer and Alicia Vikander and Hugh Grant, who's way underused, were really great and had great chemistry and were a lot of fun together, and it has great style. And so overall, I actually really liked it, but I didn't like Guy Ritchie directing it. I wish it had been someone else because I just don't like the way that he directs action. The next movie that I saw was The Gift, and this was out of my comfort zone. I don't normally go to scary movies. I don't like scary movies, but I heard from enough people that it was like, it's really good, and it's not that scary from enough people. They lied to me because I thought it was super scary, and I didn't really like it. It's very well made. It's just not for me. I don't really like scary movies. I don't like being scared. It was too creepy, and you know, I maybe if I wasn't a single woman, just things about stalkers and creepy men, and that I didn't like it. But it's very well made and very well done. It's just not for me. So that's it. The next movie that I saw was Inside Out for the third time, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Every time I see it, I learn new things, see new things. I just think it's brilliant, and it's my favorite movie of the year. It's the movies that I saw in August in the theater. A lot of variety, a lot of fun times. So let me know what you think of all of these movies, and I hope you're having a great day. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later.